Welcome to the MPD instructional video of how to use Community Crime Map. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either search it on your computer or there is an app for your phone. I'll show you the app here. So the app is called LexisNexis Crime Alerts and it is available on your iPhone. Otherwise, go onto your computer and you can either find the link on the City of Madison Police Department webpage, or you can type in www.communitycrimemap.com. Now you can either put that in the address line, or if you decide to do a Bing or Google search, it'll come to a page and it'll give you an option to pick LexisNexis Community Crime Map, and that's the same thing. So the way you use this is you put in an address. I'm going to use 825 Hughes Place, which is the South District. Now remember to put Madison, Wisconsin in, because if you don't, you might end up somewhere else in the United States. So this little circle here is your destination. That's the address that you put in. Now there's a couple different things you can do. There's a buffer that you can put on, so it allows you to search between 500 feet and 5 miles of your destination or the address that you put in. And what that does for you is you can click this little button. It says only display events within this buffer, and it will only show you the things that are in your range. Now for this presentation I'm not going to use that, but it is kind of a nifty little tool. Now go down to your date range, and I'm going to do quick date, which allows me to select anything from yesterday to 1 year. I'm going to put 2 weeks in because I don't want it to get too cluttered, but you can literally put any dates in there that you want. And you can also use this slider so that you can narrow dates down if you want to. It's kind of a nifty little thing. But for this, I'm going to keep it on 2 weeks. Alright, so next is the events. This is the big one. This is what these guys are out here. So the events are all these different icons, and they correlate to the crimes on the left-hand side. So right now, I'm going to take arson off, but I'm going to just select a few. So if you see, the house corresponds to residential burglary, and the car to motor vehicle theft, and so on and so forth. So if I click on here, I'm going to get the general information. This one, particular one is for Fitchburg. Now let's find a Madison one here. And if this happens to you, what you do is you go over to the right and you grab a piece of the screen here and you pull down, because if you scroll up, it's just going to continue to scroll and you'll never get to what you want. So this will give you the case number and where it happened, when it happened. Now let's say you want to submit an anonymous tip. Just click right there, put whatever information you want to in, and boom, click submit tip, and it's on its way. Alright, now I'm going to put everything on just to kind of show you something here. So I'm going to do a select all, and it's going to populate everything. Now if you see a number, it means that there's more than 2 cases at that particular area, and you can just kind of scroll through them. Now let's go to the offenders tab, and I'm going to click on that. And all these purple people will show up. If you click on one of them, it gives you the person's information and where they live. Now I'm going to click that off. I'm also going to go back up to my events here and only select a couple things for this next part. So I'm going to do the motor vehicle theft and my burglary and robbery. Now we'll go down to the analytical layers. And this shows a density map, and it just shows you where the hot spots are. So these are where most of our crimes have been happening. I'll zoom out a little bit here. So it just kind of shows you where the hot spots are and the things are happening. Now I'll show you agency layers, and I'll zoom out just a little bit more. And this basically just gives you an outline of the districts. I'll just show you the Madison police districts. It'll show you what our area is, and it'll even show you the sectors if you want to look at the sectors. Now if I were to zoom out a little bit more, keep an eye on the left hand side there. The more you zoom out, the more data you get, obviously. So we just added a few more police departments there, and you can click on any of these and also see what their geographical area is. So we have Stoughton, Town of Madison, Marshall, Cottage Grove, Maple Bluff, McFarland, Oregon, Shorewood, and Waunakee. All right, now we're going to go up to satellite. And basically it's just like a Google Maps. It's just a satellite view, and you can just see like the bird's eye view of it. Okay, now we're going to go to data grid. The data grid is everything that's on the map, but it's just more in an Excel spreadsheet type of thing, so it'll be easier to read. And with these, you can, move the columns around. You can assort them. You can put a filter on. You can do a lot of different things in there. Analytics just gives you some pretty cool little charts here. If you need to print something out for, say, a meeting or something like that, it just kind of gives you a nice little visual. And metadata. So this is all of the departments that we're looking at in our map view right now. So notice there's only 3 of them here. If I were to go back to my map view and zoom out a couple times, this will change dramatically, and it'll show you what all of these departments submit, what kind of call types they submit. So as you see, there's a few more of them there. Now, if you don't want to come into this every day, but you still want to keep updated, you can go up to sign me up for crime alerts, put all your information here and sign up. Now don't worry, it's really, really easy to cancel out of this if this is something that you don't want to keep. Every single email has a little tab at the bottom that you click on it, and it will cancel the emails for you. But it's a pretty cool thing to stay updated with what's going on. And that is it. I hope you find the tool useful and informative, and thank you for watching our video.